Hello everyone, whenever you're watching this, I hope you're having a great day and welcome to Exam Ready Science. Here we do GCSE science videos, paper walkthroughs and live streams with these papers once every so often. Before we start, please like, subscribe and press the notification bell so when more videos come out you are aware. First, let's talk about how to get a 7 plus in your GCSE science exams in 2025. Look at the specification. It has a 5-year rule where any topic that has not appeared in the exams from 2020 to 2024 will appear in this exam. Past papers. I will be hosting closer to the time live GCSE paper sessions to help boost your grade for GCSE science. These will be accessible to all boards and tiers, just to make sure the topics are matching the spec, as the papers will be AQA. So this will be accessible for AQA, Pearson EdXL, OCR, CCEA and WJEC CBAC. All exam boards are welcome, since to be honest most of the content is the same for all of these exams and we want you to do your best. And learn the content. Use Seneca or a revision guide, or even better my own revision guides with the notes condensed down to about 10 to 15 pages per paper. There'll be more on this soon when all of them are complete. However, these are a great revision resource and if anything I would recommend opening a textbook, opening a video like some of mine on my page and revising from these, taking condensed notes using something like the SQ3R method to make sure that your notes are good, detailed, yet condensed, but still enough to get a 7. Remember, a 7 is an A. This is a really good grade to get in science as well. Okay, and finally, ask questions in class. Teachers are there to help and will happily answer any questions. If you want them to mark questions, they should be marking them. 6 markers, all of them 4 markers, If you don't understand a question at all, and you've looked at the mark scheme, maybe even the examiner's report, and don't get it one bit, go and ask them, they'll help. If not, ask me in the comments, and I'll do my best to explain things. If it's chemistry, I may be a little bit weaker. However, if it's physics or biology, I should be able to get the answer for you quite quickly. Remember, use the specification and revision guides in order to help you with this. If I was to recommend you with a revision guide, I would recommend you with the CGP one, as it's condensed notes, but they're in detail, but a lot less condensed than they would be in your school revision book that you're told to, take notes down in school. And also find your revision resource. It could be a mind map, could be flashcards, could be a blurting, or the SQ3R method. These will all be on the next slide, but please make sure that if you would like to get 7 plus, by this time really, you should have found your revision resource. If you haven't though, not to worry, you've still got loads and loads of time to get that top grade, especially how we've got more than 100 days to go. But I will say it, not long until GCSEs now, it's almost over. The summer will be worth it once you've done the revision. Just make sure you're revising little and often, maybe half an hour a day, maybe even 20 minutes a day just for science only, just to make sure you're getting them top grades. For the best thing, I would revise 30 minutes a day for science, 10 for chem, 10 for physics, and 10 for biology. This is so you split up your time equally. However, obviously, some days you'll spend a whole 30 minutes on one. Just make sure you're not overdoing one science and make sure your weakest science is your top priority and the one you're doing the most. Okay, revision methods then. This is quite an important one and I'd like to touch on this just before I finish, as it's a lot of thing where people don't know how to do it. So you must find revision resources that works for you. Below are 4 of the best techniques that enable success. Okay, so mind maps. This is a diagram in which information is represented visually, usually with a central idea placed in the middle and associated ideas around it. So here there are 2 different versions of this. The one at the top is more like spread out, whereas the one on the bottom is more of a overall view. So there are much ways you can do it. It links quite nicely to blurting, and it's definitely a good start. I find these useful. For science, I think they're really useful as it helps you waffling and condense down your notes. Also, when I'm touching on waffling, if you want to get the best marks in the quickest time, can find yourself running out of time, go into the mark schemes and just copy down answers that they want you to do. That way it'll get in your head, and when the question comes up, you'll know what to do. Next up is flashcard. This is a card containing information on both sides, which have the intentions of practicing, memorization. It can be virtual or physical. So for virtual, the best two I can find is Anki. I've not really used this, so I can't help much, but I know it's used a lot nowadays. And then Quizlet. Quizlet's used a lot, and will be able to, provide you with some revision cards on here, especially if you do Spanish as well. I know this is a science YouTube channel, but I've got quite a few Spanish stuff on there that can be used if you would like to. And then also some physical flashcards, which are really great if you are like something physical in front of you, and you don't want something like it's easy to do. These are, and they're quick little facts. Okay, and blurting, this is where you get some paper or a whiteboard and put down everything you know. We will do these in the live streams that are upcoming, and they're very similar to mind maps. So you put a title in the middle. So let's say we're doing cell biology, as in that picture up there does. Cell biology in the middle, B1 cell biology, and then we put everything we know, but we might have missed off active transport or osmosis. So then we add that in purple, red, orange, green. It doesn't matter any other colour than the one you've done it in. And then you'll know for next time that's what you've missed. Come back to it in about a week, see if you've done better or worse. And that's the idea of blurting, although I think you should do it in mind map form for best results out of it. It's also the best method to get all the content done in the least amount of time, as it doesn't take much time to do a blurt, and it's very, very easy to do. And again, it's just a good revision method to do. And finally, SQ3R method. This does not get talked about enough, so I'm going to talk about this for about a minute or two. So if you get a textbook, this is much better for biology than any of the other sciences. I wouldn't really use this for physics, but chem I might use this for. So there are 5 steps to this. First one is survey. So skim read the text and take down any significant headings, notes, definitions, titles, stuff you're not too sure on, but it's there. You know it's there and you've written it down to make sure that yourself and anybody in the future that looks at that can understand the main topics, points. You don't want to go too into detail. Then question. So you question the text on everything you do not know in there, if you do not know, and then you write these questions down and answer the questions based off of this. So that's 2 steps of the SQ3R method done, and the rest of them are adding on to this, to be honest. So then you go on to the reading part. So the section you've read, you need to amplify your notes, make them a bit more detailed, but you don't want to make it too big, as then you'll struggle with the next step, which is to recite, where you summarise your notes even further and into your own words. Very important, the own word section, because if not, you're not learning anything. Just get given it on a silver plate, which obviously we know does not happen in the exam room. And then finally, you must review until you're confident with the content. This is the 5-step method. Really useful, really good, and honestly, I think it's the best method for biology. We will also be doing this in the live streams that are upcoming, so please make sure you're following on TikTok and also the YouTube, of course, subscribing here, and we will get you them live streams very, very soon. So make sure as you go over these videos that if you do find or do create a revision resource and you'd like someone to check it, please send it over and I will check it to make sure it's quality, standard and great for learning, because at the end of the day you don't want to be creating something bad. And again, if you would like some Quizlet links, I'm more than happy to provide these. At this point in time though, I would like you to test out loads of different methods. Try and test out all 4, even if you only spend half an hour on it. It will really benefit you in the end, and make sure that you will get a good revision done and quality revision done. And also, you might be doing mind maps at the minute and it might be working okay for you, but then you might try the SQ3R method and be like, oh, I like this. Okay, I'm going to do this now. Okay, so really do try. I know it's tricky to revise, but try your hardest. Try different methods, even if it's only for 10 minutes. And if you don't like it, don't do it. Okay, and thank you for watching Exam Ready Science today. Again, we do GCSE science videos, paper walkthroughs and live streams. Please like, subscribe, notifications, all of that, and make sure that you're subscribing for the next video. We will now be covering all the content on the GCSE Combined Science specification. I've got it right in front of me right now, and I'm about to go through and make sure all the content is done, one little video at a time. All of these will try to be released in the next couple of weeks in order for you to prepare. I'm going to try and get through all paper 1 content first, release them revision guides, and then you can start revising and also we can get through this together. Not long left now. Come on, Year 11, you can do this. Subscribe, like, and turn on notifications. And again, thank you for watching Exam Ready Science.